我吃米饭吧。
你呢？
我一碗面条吧。
那好，我们要2碗米饭，1碗面条。
Of course, before the meal, it's appropriate to propose a toast. Now, if you don't drink alcoholic beverages, you can always use your tea, 以茶代酒, use tea in the place of alcohol or wine, 以茶代酒. 干杯 is sometimes one of the first Chinese expressions people learn. Bottoms up, literally dry the glass. 干杯, cheers. 为了我们的友谊，干杯 to our friendship, cheers.
既然菜还没有上来，我们先以茶代酒，为了我们的友谊，干杯。
Okay, let's pause now and talk about some background information. The Beijing National Aquatic Center, also known as the Water Cube, 水立方, is an aquatic center located near the Beijing National Stadium in the Olympic Green for the 2008 Summer Olympics. The Water Cube employs water as a structural and thematic element along with the square, that's the primal shape of the house in Chinese tradition and mythology. The structure of the water cube is based on a unique lightweight construction and derived from the structure of water in the shape of foam bubbles. Unlike traditional stadium structures with gigantic columns, beams, cables, and backspans to which a facade system is applied, in the water cube design, the architectural space, structure, and facade are one and the same element. Conceptually, the square box and the interior spaces are carved out of an undefined cluster of foam bubbles, symbolizing a condition of nature that is transformed into a condition of culture. In combination with the nearby Beijing National Stadium, a duality between yin and yang is being created, demonstrating the balance that is revered in traditional Chinese philosophy. Comprised of a steel space frame, the water cube is the largest ETFE-clad structure in the world with over 100,000 square meters of ETFE pillows that are only 1/1000th of an inch in total thickness. This ETFE cladding allows more light and heat penetration than traditional glass, resulting in a 30% decrease in energy costs. The aquatic center will host the swimming, diving, synchronized swimming, and water polo events during the Olympics. The structure will have a capacity of 17,000 during the Games that will be reduced to 6,000 afterwards. Let's take a closer look now at a few items of vocabulary from today's lesson and see how we can use that vocabulary. Here's the first vocabulary, 辣.
辣
La meaning spicy, okay, or hot food. But the problem is in English we use the word hot food to refer to food that's spicy or that's just hot in temperature.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so la just means food that's spicy.
Just spicy.
Okay, do you like? 你喜欢吃辣的吗? Do you like spicy food?
Yeah, I like spicy food. Not too spicy though.
Okay, how would you say not too spicy in Chinese?
不要太辣.
不要太辣. Yeah, not too spicy, please. Okay, let's look at the next one. Here we have 用餐.
用餐
You know what that means?
No, I've never seen that before.
Okay, have a meal. How would you say to have a meal?
吃饭
Yeah, 吃饭. You see, 吃饭 is a much more informal way of saying, 我们吃饭吧, let's eat, let's have something. But if you have like an official announcement, or if you're making a phone call to reserve a place at a restaurant, they won't ask you what time are you going to 吃饭, 几点吃饭. They'll always say, 你几点用餐? It's just a much more formal expression. Not too formal really, but it's a little bit more formal than 吃饭. Okay? 用餐. 餐 literally means a meal, so to enjoy a meal, to have a meal. 用餐.
用餐
Okay, here we have an interesting piece of vocabulary, not too difficult. 红茶.
红茶
The interesting thing is that in English we call it black tea. Or if you've ever had orange pekoe tea, orange pekoe is actually a form of black tea, which is called 红茶, red tea in Chinese. Okay.
红 red.
What other
Yeah.
kinds of tea do we have in Chinese?
I really like to drink flower tea, 花茶.
Flower tea, 花茶, okay. What kind of flowers specifically? Because there are many different types.
I like the chrysanthemum, the
Chrysanthemum.
菊花茶.
How do you say it?
菊花茶
菊花茶, yeah. Jasmine tea would be 茉莉花茶.
茉莉花茶
So 花茶 is just flower tea. There could be different kinds of flowers. Anyway, 红茶 is black tea in English. Here's another kind of tea, 绿茶,
绿茶
literally green tea. Okay, and of course here we have again this pronunciation 玉 that we don't really have in English. 绿,
绿
yeah, 绿茶, green tea. Now there are many different kinds of green tea like 乌龙茶.
乌龙茶 is green tea?
Green, that's one kind of green tea. Or we have 龙井茶.
龙井茶.
Yeah, these are all very famous kinds of green tea. Green tea is very popular in China. Okay, 绿茶. Here we have 友谊.
友谊.
友谊, friendship. Now, the reason we've put this one in our lesson is that it's very important to focus on this tone, 义, fourth tone.
义.
You know, living in Beijing, you sometimes have contact with the local Beijing dialect, which is not the same thing as standard Mandarin. And in the Beijing dialect, they'll say 友谊. They'll say it in the second tone.
友谊.
Okay, but it should be 友谊.
友谊.
友谊, friendship. Let's take a moment now to go over some of the specific grammatical points that we're focusing on in today's lesson. Here's a very useful pattern. A verb followed by 过 to show that the action has been completed. It happened in the past and it's been completed. Verb plus 过. For instance, we could say 我已经看过了. I've already seen it. I saw it in the past. It's already finished. 我已经看过了. Let's see other ways you can use a verb followed by 过. As in these dialogues.
你去过天安门和故宫吗？
这两个地方我都已经去过了。
你来北京以后都吃过什么北京小吃？
北京小吃我一样也没吃过。
Okay, let's take a look at another pattern. 是 A 还是 B? Is it A or is it B? This is a way of presenting a choice. For instance, we could say, 你今天飞哪里？是上海还是广州? Where are you flying to today? Is it Shanghai or is it Guangzhou? 是上海还是广州? Let's see in the dialogues now how they use this pattern. 是 A 还是 B?
你喜欢看什么样的球类比赛？是足球还是篮球？
两种比赛我都喜欢。
你明天想先去什么地方？是故宫还是颐和园？
我想先去故宫。